You know what time it is. Welcome to Gr8 Table Talk. Childhood friends coming together to make a difference in our everyday community. Enjoy this week's episode. Y'all heard about Tamar, right?
Yes.
No, what happened?
You, Marcel, you didn't hear about Tamar?
No.
She just wants to think.
So allegedly, it was a suicide. She attempted suicide. I think it was yesterday, Friday.
Day before yesterday.
Yeah.
She
Um,
was
Oh my
looking
God.
it was pretty sad. And you know, her trailer for her new reality show just dropped the day before, or that same day, shall I say?
She didn't need that one.
And you know, this reality show seemed just as, if not more, evasive than the other ones. So,
Being dropped.
meaning the trailer, like they're gonna have cameras following her pretty much 24/7.
So she has a new reality show coming out.
Yeah, it's called Get Your Life.
Who's
She
from
turns on like they
what
like.
network?
Say it again.
What network?
Oh, I want to say we.
Probably that's where the other one is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it seemed like she sent her family members a tweet before she attempted suicide. That's what the reports are saying. And it seemed like, I don't think she's like the way that she's being portrayed in the reality show. And it seemed like the producers pulled up some old things about her being 16 years old, being sexually taken advantage of from the age of 6 to 16. And she said she didn't even tell her mom that stuff, but the producers kind of broke that up. So it's a lot of it's a lot of stuff that, well, I guess was too heavy for her.
If she didn't tell her mom that, then how the producers find out? Like you had to, and it was going to be on the show. So she went to tell her mom before the show aired it. Like,
Or maybe in the course of talking about some things, she probably overtalked. Because sometimes you overtalk, you know. I
See,
mean,
the thing is,
me neither. I'm pretty much an open book.
the thing is, if it's a reality show, then be real.
Exactly. Like, how you killing yourself? Trying to kill yourself because.
but I mean,
Like,
everybody, let me just tell you something. Like, celebrities are on a whole nother trajectory than us, right? So it's a couple different components.
They just like us though, Cass.
But true, but what I'm saying is, if you're used to being on red carpets, getting a special treatment, traveling, touring, getting money.
You have an assistant. You know, you have they're human just like us, but they have access to more resources. They have more money.
So imagine having all of that, and then it just stops, right?
But they didn't have all that to begin with.
Well, I mean, let me be honest.
What did you say, Augusta?
I said they didn't have all that to begin with.
That's how I feel.
I mean, but once you get a taste of that lifestyle, I'm sure it's hard. You know, it's not a hard, easy pill to swallow.
Right.
To come back to our level. I mean, our lives might be okay. We okay. You know, when you're running out at the end of the month, or you know, maybe having to file unemployment and things like that. Mm-hmm. But imagine them who used to having private jets and, you know, people doing your hair and makeup every day, and you're on TV and the world knows your name and you have millions of followers. They're just like us, but they're very different than us. Right. They live a very different life.
I understand all that, but my thing is, it didn't have all that. Why put on all that?
Because I'm sure it's the people's head.
Right.
I mean, you can hear it in these lyrics. He says, this life ain't for everybody. You know, and some people describe fame as a drug. Like once you get a taste of people screaming for you and praising you, you know, you're not in reality. Your mind is in a cloud somewhere.
And I guess that's why some people, like, you're right, and not even the stars, just like everyday people, like people who go to college and get a PhD and become attorneys and become doctors and lawyers, and you know, you shopping at Steinmart and Marshall and Solo, and now you're in Canal Place and you forget that person. Yeah. Just like drugs, some people can snort powder or smoke weed or and not get addicted. And some people will because you have that addicted personality. I agree because like that's a conversation I have with a lot of my friends. Like I don't care how much money I make. I don't care which level I get in life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna still be that little girl from Kalani in that trail on the post street. Like I will never forget. And some people get to that level in life and they forget that era. Like they forget that. And I feel like if you really come from the bottom, if you truly, really come from the bottom, when you get back there or if you get there, you gonna know how to climb back up. Like how you killing yourself? Like
I think
how did you grow up? Like did you grow up like who was the influence in your life growing up?
what we talking about? Me?
Marcia.
I'm gonna say Santa Claus, but Marcia.
I mean, like I don't know, like who?
I mean, we all have those different influences, like in our neighborhood. But let me back up to something you said earlier. I think in order for a person to kind of maintain some sense of humility or normalcy, you have to really do that work. You get what I'm saying? You have to do a work from the inside out. You just can't.
Correct.
Money only amplifies really who you are.
Correct.
You know, so if you really are a broken person, you're gonna be a broken person with a lot of money to have a lot of. Shout out to your number 45.
I was asking Marcia like what was her upbringing like?
Yeah.
You know, she doesn't sound like she was raised in a broken environment. You know, she had a pretty solid foundation. So
no.
Growing up.
But I think but you made that choice somewhere along the way. Something
I did, and that's
why
why
you had to do different. Different.
That's why, like, I came from. I mean, like every other household, I came.
It was less than an ideal environment. Let's just say.
It was, but it wasn't like. I mean,
right.
You know,
right.
I mean, we didn't have lights cut off. We had food on the table, but as far as mentally, there were some rough times.
Yeah.
But as far as like, I mean, it depends on what you call solid. You know, some people call solid, some people gauge solid as material things.
Right.
I don't. You know, right. I mean, I think a solid foundation is somebody telling you they love you every day.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like every part of your life or every moment or every important moment of your life, they're there.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't remember a moment. Like I know people who had everything as far as material things, but then they'll tell me, oh, when all my baseball games, my parents worked and they were never there. But right. Yeah, they had all the expensive clothes, they had like the nice houses, but their parents weren't there to watch them play basketball. Their parents right. weren't there, you know, like they went to college and they came from all this money, but their parents wouldn't even give them money. And they came from like what I thought, you know, yeah. My mom was a nursing assistant and worked like 2 shifts, but she made it happen. And you know, I used to idolize, or not, I wouldn't say idolize, I never really did, but I used to think that people who came from the parents who worked at Dow and worked at Entergy and worked at this, and they had it all. But then when I started talking to people, they were like, well, I couldn't even go to college because my parents didn't like want to pay for college.
Right.
And my mama, who didn't have it all, she would give me whatever to just make sure, you know what I'm saying? She didn't pay for college, but she'll make sure I had money in my pocket. And they had to, hey.
I think a lot of people, like I said, every family has their fair share of issues. We would all agree. Right. But Kizzy, I mean, regardless of how a person was raised, because I know a 2-parent household.
I was thinking the same thing, but I wasn't gonna say nothing.
What did you say?
I'm breaking up.
Not a word.
No, you're not breaking up.
A word.
I said what now?
Irregardless is not a word.
Nobody told me. No.
Well, look, guess what?
Hold on. Just like remember conversate? We conversated, and for the longest it wasn't in a dictionary. I need you to check it recently because I'm just saying, conversate is now in a dictionary. It was
in an Urban Dictionary or Webster?
Webster, check it. Not his petty ass gonna do it, but check it. Watch. It is
Is
now
it-
in the Webster's Dictionary.
Well, Augustus, if you're on this phone with me, you're gonna catch me a lot of words because I tell people this all the time. I would think I'm highly intelligent, but English has never been my thing. I'm definitely a math and science person. So I keep a dictionary on my phone. I constantly reference Google before I type. I
What's
do
it say?
Google it. What it says.
It
Man,
says, used without object, conversating, non-standard except in some dialect. To have a conversation, converse, talk.
Conversations in Webster. Oh, you on Webster's.com?
I am on dictionary.com.
Go to, okay.
But what it said about conversate?
It says to have a conversation, converse, and talk.
Okay,
Right.
so it's there.
It's in it, but years ago, like 7 years ago, conversate was not in the dictionary.
Right.
Right. So what I'm saying is, what I said, what word I used?
Irregardless.
Irregardless.
It is a word.
Let's go to the dictionary.
Let's go. God damn it.
The Urban Dictionary is gonna pop up. Watch.
It is. Look. Irregardless. It's an adverb.
I even know how to spell that.
I-R-E.
Wow.
Thank you.
It says
I said
regardless.
What?
It says regardless.
Irregardless.
I
It
know, but
redirected.
the thing
It
is-
redirected you to the correct word.
No.
No, that's the definition.
Right.
Oh, it is there, Kashoa.
Thank you. Boop, 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 boop. I'm finna say, hold on. I read. No.
Ain't nobody ask you all that.
Like, put an S. I read. It's like, really? Do you?
Now
No, okay.
that kills me putting an S on everything.
This is true. I hear that a lot. I hear that a
Shrimps,
We label
fishes.
irregardless
Yeah.
as non-standard rather than slang.
Right.
So I forgot even my point. Hell, see, I knew you was going to be the one. I knew
You said irregardless of the upbringing.
yeah,
That's
so
what you-
irregardless of someone's upbringing,
Oh, see, are you taking notes?
it's that that's my
strong
right
point.
there. You bet. That's why. She's like, no, Yana, I would like to redirect. Oh, you redirected.
Have a test on
I'm acting like Teddy Riley.
August 8th.
I'm being like Teddy Riley.
Yeah, I would have loved to.
God,
I would have loved to go to law school, but I didn't.
What you gonna be like Teddy Riley for, Kashola? What are you talking about?
my internet
Because
just cycled.
Oh.
So, y'all lost when you didn't miss me?
No, I didn't. You was there. You just moved.
Marcia, how old are you? May I ask?
You're over there now.
May I ask how old are you?
Me?
Hmm?
Who? Me or Augusta?
You.
Oh, 42.
Augusta, she's 42 and starting law school.
She's a baby.
A baby. Kashola, I'm about to say you and I think I'm a year older than y'all. That said you should be 41, huh?
I make 41 in 2 weeks.
I'm making 41.
Augusta, how old are you?
I'm 53.
Okay, 10 years.
Don't let this gray hair fool you, though.
Let me tell you something, Augusta. Let me tell you this. In my law school class right now, there's a lady, I swear she's like 65. She's like 60 for sure. I know she's not in her 50s. I got children in there 20 years old, 21, 22, and all. But then some people like want to hide their age because I guess they feel like you. And one girl who I'm like, she's in her second year, we're the exact same age. And she was like, I didn't tell anybody my age. And I was like, why? This is a second career for me. I've been a nurse.
And let me
It's
just
not like
tell you-
I've been in college forever.
Yeah,
But
This is a
regardless,
dream.
I think it's still something to be celebrated. I mean,
Right,
if it wasn't your second career, I think it's even more impressive that you're
right.
starting a second career at this age. I mean, that's pretty dope. I said
Right.
I was thinking about a second career. Y'all want to hear what and I'm being honest. Y'all want to hear what my second career was going to be?
What, girl?
I wanted to be a bartender or
Like that, though.
a barber. What else? Did I say I want to be a bartender and a barber? It was something like that I said I was going to be.
I would like that.
That's not bad.
Fix you a drink.
And
That's
my kids say that's a barber bartender. That's stupid. I'm like, they kill my dreams. So
No,
I'm like,
no.
it was gonna be light, you know. I didn't have to really do much. I didn't put in my hard work. I'm just trying to, you know. So anyway.
I don't think that's bad. Like I talked to this girl I work with, I was thinking about a second job, and she said, you know what? I worked in a French Quarter as a bartender, and I made just as much money as nursing.
But
Like this white girl told me that, and she was serious because I like that. I like socializing. I think that's. I mean, I always thought, I like cocktail waitresses. Like I like that.
I just think me
In my other life, I think that's probably what I was. Like I like.
I think me wanting to go to bed for 7:30 kind of ruined that. But
oh my God.
like I'm really cutting it right now. It's Saturday. I'm like I'm living a little.
7:30.
8.
You can't be serious. Like you like girl, no indeed. I might go to sleep 1 o'clock.
4.
Huh?
What time do you get up, Kashia?
By 4, 5 o'clock.
I'm just going to sleep around that time sometimes.
Me too.
Yeah, I like to. I go to sleep early and I get up early. And I just had a nap earlier because I was preparing. I was like, we're gonna talk tonight and we may go long. So let me just take a nap. Dead ass. That's why I'm waking up with, you know. Yep, I had a nap. It's beautiful. So back to Tamar. So
Okay, yeah.
my thing is this. If you notice, post-COVID, a lot of people have been struggling with mental health. I don't think people understand how important mental health is. I'm a huge fan of mental health. And just like going back to what you were saying, like, okay, yeah, upbringing has something to do with it, but I think we have to be committed to the individual journey to make sure that we're doing what we need to do as individuals to get over our traumatic childhood or whatever we may have dealt with in our childhood. So I don't think
so.
Say it again.
You think so? I think you need a good group of people surrounding you.
However your therapy comes.
Yeah, I think, yeah, you're correct. Because I think therapy is fine. You know, you can go talk to a counselor. You know, you might get, but you still need somebody because know that even if you get past that and you learn how to deal with it,
you need
that's always there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you got somebody, if you got people around you, like negative people and always putting stuff on you, that can come back out.
That's
like,
true.
It can really come back out because even though you learn how to live with it and you learn how to cope, it's still there. Like your mind doesn't go. You know, those memories aren't gone. Right. And you still that person. You know what I'm saying?
But I think therapy will give you the tools. That's the purpose of therapy. It equips you with the tools. Because I was always, I mean, just like you said, your village and people you surround yourself with, like you can't change people around you, but you can change people around you. You get what I'm saying? Like
you can.
Yes. I can never change the people around me, but I can always change the people around me. So if I'm equipped with the tools and I realize that I'm getting friction from certain individuals in my life, I need to make that choice that although I love Raheem and Susie, I need to try to position myself differently.
Get away from them.
We're supposed to toast. Cheers. Can you cheers to empty glass? Everybody hold your glass up or your bottle. I got to get that as a shot. There you go. Eat, drink, play. Hey, represent Harris. All right.
That's Dave and Buster's.
Oh. I'm supposed to get the Harris?
No, it's Dave and Buster's.
Talking about your bedtime. I done ate. I mean, I done had a drink.
What you ate, Sweet? What did you eat?
Class. It wasn't anything good. So I shouldn't have ate.
Hey, Marcel, she just had a little hamburger, a vegan hamburger. Okay, whatever.
Something.
So moving on from Tamar. Other than Tamar, you see a lot of people. What do y'all think about the girl that saved her son, but she ended up passing? Naya Rivera.
I don't understand why people go out to these lakes by themselves.
By yourself. Like, that is crazy. And you know that the world is kind of like so different now. You can't even get help. Like, that was a crazy move.
Yeah.
I would not have done that.
I have been the one to do stuff like that.
Well, at one time, Kashella, we all have. But at these times, like.
I would want a boat.
The thing with that is boat safety is most important.
That's correct.
And for some strange reason, young people don't listen to safety regulations and rules.
True.
They feel they're bulletproof. That okay, I fall in the water, I get out the water.
No, those undercurrents are something else. I mean,
Right.
Did she have on a life jacket?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
And there's also unknowns. I mean, we see her that there's video of her and her son going to the boat, but where's the video of them, leaving the dock? And
I saw the yeah.
once we know it's her and her son only, who knows what happened after that? Who knows?
Right. Who knows somebody was theirs? Who knows somebody?
Yeah.
Jump overboard.
I am a conspiracy. That just didn't look right to me. I'm with you.
I wouldn't
At
call
first,
myself,
I thought it was.
Well, the
suicide.
same thing happened to that wrestler.
right.
When they wrestled with the WWE, him and his son was out there. How old was I think his son was like 6,
9
maybe?
or 10.
Okay, 9 or 10. And he went out there, and the lifeguards came out there to help him. And he said, "Look, take my son." So they grabbed his son. At that time, he was pulled under. They didn't find him until almost a week later either. Yeah,
That's a lot. Mental health is also one of my strong points. Like I was a mental health tech. I was a mental health nurse for a minute, and that's one of my things I'm gonna fight for when I finish school. Like I am an advocate for mental health.
I am too. I am.
I am. Like I think people don't look at it as strong. Like you have a lot of nurses, they're scared of it because it's a gloomy area.
There's so many unknowns.
It is, but what people don't realize is everybody is 50% there.
Right.
And you can wake up tomorrow.
Right.
And you could be that person. So
the way I look at it, the mind is a muscle, right?
It is. It's
and if you're not working it, like mental health is good. It's when you get the mental illnesses, it's because something
that's
about
what I mean. Yes.
Kind of.
Yeah, but people never know. Like
right.
You don't know your great grandparents may have had bipolar. You don't know. Like you don't know. Sometimes it does not. And sometimes it does peak out, but you just say, oh, they're just drunk. They're a drinker. You don't realize that they're drinking because it's some things going on in there. So you just think they're alcoholic, but they're really alcoholic because they hear voices. But they're not going to tell you that because mental health.
Suicides in my family.
I'm say that again.
So we've had 4 suicides in our family.
See,
right. And each one, like the person always says something that lets you know they're trying out for help. But like you said, we kind of bypass it, but really they'll say
it
things.
Is. It's shunned. Mental health is shunned in the Black community.
Because people don't understand it. They don't understand.
It's looked at a sign of weakness. Like
give it to
people,
God.
huh?
Being gay, it's like we ignore it. Like pray away.
Yeah. You think that people use mental illness as a crutch?
No.
To get out of a situation?
I mean, you've had some of them. Like for instance, not John Gotti. Who was the other one that put on a robe walking down the street, hoping that they could think he was crazy, he'd eat that garbage can, hoping that he didn't get the time because he wasn't fit. I mean, some people have, but as a whole, in
the Black community,
no.
Even if you look at the law system, the justice system, if you go back and look, they don't give us that mental health a lot. They should. I think a lot of people in prison right now really are mentally ill.
Well,
we don't get that as much as our white counterparts.
I agree.
I'm seeing from the perspective is like they talking about Tamar and Nick Cannon and this other girl that drowned. All of a sudden, it's a mental health issue.
Right.
And it may.
Right.
It very well so.
In Nick Cannon's case, he said what he said.
I think Black people saying that he got mental. Who would say that? I mean, I don't see anything
that's what he said
about him.
He retracted what he said, apologized for what he said, and then he put out this cryptic tweet about "you can have Earth, I'm out," and now people are labeling
I did see that. Yeah.
I mean, I think. Yeah, when you look at like money and power, yeah, they use it as a crutch sometimes. Yes, in that case. But I mean, he got people that he paid millions of dollars, and they're telling him say this so you can get your show back. I mean,
right?
That's just the American way.
Absolutely. I agree.
In that case, I didn't know you were like referring to like when you're referring to stars. Yeah, a lot of times they
Oh,
will, especially in those circumstances. But your everyday people,
not everyday people know. I
No.
understand that.
but yes,
Every time somebody says something about Jewish people,
It's they shut it down.
Right. The Jewish people go into a tizzy, and everybody says, this, that, and the third, and then we have to end up backpedaling and apologize.
as a people, we need to start standing strong like that. And we need
Absolutely.
people to
I
respect
agree.
us on that. That's okay, because they should be like that. They should be like that, and we need to stop being so forgiving. We need to start saying, okay,
That's what I'm saying.
if they doing that to us, then we gonna shut it down. And they gonna need to
Right.
know that we come with the same amount of force.
Absolutely.
So when you say something racist, say you, whoever you are, when you say something racist about Black people, okay, I want somebody to say, oh, hold up, you are wrong. There's this, to make it that.
I understand. Trust me, I do understand. But
No, they
Because
say
I respect the Jews. I respect you because you've made it where they respect you.
Yeah.
They respect you and respect who you are because, I mean, they're people like us, but guess what? Just like you said, Kashella, they're respected so much that they run the world that you gonna be smart enough to not get on on TV
Right.
and say whatever about them because you know that there are gonna be some repercussions.
Absolutely.
We need to be the same people.
Absolutely. And let me tell you something. We
that way
certainly,
they own media. They
yeah,
own
absolutely.
we own nothing. And
that's
so just
that's the point I'm making, Kizzy.
Charlemagne the God
They
is
own,
under
they
fire
own
right
media.
now.
They own sports.
They own
They
everything.
own everything.
Everything.
we-
Yeah.
We don't own anything.
We
We don't own the culture that we have brought about.
Our dollar is so powerful, but the thing about us is that we're not organized. The reality.
Our dollars are powerful only when we put them to good use.
Right. Right.
Our dollars are not powerful when we go out there and make Gucci and Louis Vuitton
Right.
and Fendi and all these other folks. Our dollar is not powerful when we make them rich. Have any of y'all seen Warning Shots with Killer Mike on Netflix?
Yes.
I think I have. Yeah.
When he was living black for
Oh.
Yeah.
Remember when he's at the strip club? He's like, yeah, I'm not. No disrespect, but I'm
I
only.
mean, I couldn't do. I mean, we can't go out. Like, where do we go out and buy? Like, I want to redo my floors at my house. Are there like who?
You can do what?
I want to redo the floors in my house. So where can I go for Black-owned vendors? Not only vendors, but people who are actually producing floors. You know, if I wanted to buy a toilet, is there a Black-owned
I
corporation?
just found out they had a Black grocery in Algiers.
Really?
And even Black groceries, like, are there Black, farmers, that producing eggs and milk and like we are so far behind.
We are.
That's why I commend Patrick and Brandon, because that's pretty much what they're trying to do. They're trying to build like this network of, just like you're asking.
Yeah.
When you go on there, you say, hey, who does Black floors? Boom, there you go. In
I'm
Atlanta.
gonna tell you what's the most challenging thing is because oftentimes we don't give each other a chance because we're so disenfranchised, and I may be starting up mom and pop. We don't have as much supporters because we rather just, instead of driving an extra mile or two to go to the Black grocer, we just gonna just go run to Walmart. Walmart got it cheaper. When you don't realize the Black grocer, they probably have to pay a little bit more, which they're gonna have to charge a little bit more for their product. But I think the more and more we support each other, the more and more we can become stable and last for a while. And then on the flip side of that,
it's going to take 400 years for us to get to that.
Yeah, but on the flip side of that as well, we know a lot of Black businesses, or I rephrase, some Black businesses that are out there that are not really helping, not really helping us support them as we would love to, because they ain't showing up on time. They, they process a little shabby.
I have a
How much square foot?
friend that does stone tiles. They're Black-owned business. I can pass you the information if you like.
She's in Atlanta.
Oh, I know somebody out there too, I think.
No.
Send me
very well.
But I think the biggest issue is the crab in the barrel mentality that we had for so long is
Right.
coming back to bite us in the ass once again.
Right.
We're getting better with that though.
I think,
I don't feel that.
but especially
think
no, I think especially in this climate that now the spotlight is on us. You're giving us again for us to make an impact. I think right now is the time to make it count. And guess what? It may not happen just like this, but I promise you, if we begin to make smaller changes ourselves, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna take generations.
It will, but it has to start somewhere, you know.
It's got to start right now.
Y'all saw Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez.
Girl, I love Meg Thee Stallion. I will.
Why is that dude famous?
I don't keep up with it, so y'all gonna have to fill me in.
I hear
I don't know
more
why he's famous. I don't.
music.
I know she just got shot in her foot or something, right?
Okay, so this is allegedly what happened. Fact, we know that they went to Kylie Jenner's birthday pool party. Which why they having pool parties? I don't know, but let's just say if you was to have a pool party, I'd be there too. But listen, focus.
Well,
So let's focus. So they went. They went to the pool party, and after the pool party, it was Meg, Tory was driving, and I think 2 other friends, and somehow there was an altercation inside the vehicle. They're very mum about it, but whatever happened, Tory's gun was discharged. That's why he was arrested, because he had his gun discharged. Meg was shot. They still not confirming that Tory shot her. None of the occupants of the vehicle is saying what happened, which is how it should be. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's how it should be.
Everybody all got money. Like, we gonna handle this.
Yeah, everybody shut the hell up until we saw what's going on. So they're not cooperating, but rumor has it that there was an altercation between Tory and Megan. Why? I have no idea. Are they dating? That's the rumor, but are they really? Little Tory, Big Megan, whatever. So what you think? She was shot, that's a fact. They were coming from a pool party, that's a fact. And the gun was discharged that Tory owned, that's a fact.
First of all, why? He's so little, she's so big.
I know.
That ain't just because he's little, he still want a big stallion.
They both of y'all go.
He still want a big stallion.
Little,
just saying.
little in status. What y'all talking about?
Say it again.
Both.
I don't think he's little in status.
I have never heard a Tory Lanez song on the radio.
I have heard, you've heard Tory.
I have.
I haven't heard it on.
You probably didn't know who the hell it was, but you heard him.
That's right.
Satellite radio. Oh, I'm up on.
He hasn't had no recent hits, but he's Canadian and he hit the US pretty hard. He had some hits. Can't recall one. Let me see.
I'm looking now.
Don't look.
That's all I got, sir.
I can keep something that you're familiar with.
If you can't come up top of your head with a song, he ain't hitting.
Well, I mean, because
I didn't say he was.
That's not our genre of music. Some of the songs I know, like I know some of these songs by the Baby and Lil Baby.
Now I like the Baby,
rapper, but I like the Baby, and I can't tell you the song, but I know the beat, and if it come on, I can roll with it. But I can't just tell you the name of the song.
I'm looking at his songs and I can't really tell you. I'm sure. He came back on a song on the scene.
You can name a Meg Thee Stallion song
because she's current.
Just one.
Okay, the only reason that Tory Lanez is really back current is because he was throwing those IG live parties. That's really what put him back on the map, to be honest.
I missed that altogether because I was on D Nice and Questlove.
Everybody was doing it. True that. Son, he's 10th grade.
When is his junior year in high school?
Why you whispering say again?
I said, leave her alone.
Because she gonna be like this in a minute. Because
she said the one I know, girl. I'm like, kids, I know you're not going to sleep.
She will be like this. So something about next grade
now.
Girl, I see you.
She dipping low. In a minute, she'll be like, So he's a junior.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. He's a junior.
Yes, he's a junior.
Okay. Yeah, he with Peyton.
It's gonna be the hell? What the hell?
Oh look.
These officers fighting people. Y'all.
Oh, you watching the news? Cause you gotta give us some context. Cause we like what the hell? Aren't doing their job or getting exposed. Expose everybody.
You right.
I'm cool with the exposing, but when will common sense kick in?
Now,
Well,
when
they haven't been operating in much common sense. I mean,
there's no policy change. When will these laws start to protect
Right.
us? And when will they be stripped of all this authority and power that they have?
I think
don't have the right to put their hands on anybody. You don't have the right to put your hands on anybody.
They're not putting their hands on people. They shooting them.
How many? Y'all know y'all got.
You don't have the right.
You know you have those classmates that wasn't popping in high school, and so they became cops so they can have some authority.
Right.
Y'all know them.
Or military personnel.
Yeah.
So sad.
you what?
I was different because I came from the country.
I mean, I guess in 1940 something that meant something. I don't know.
I'm gonna talk to you about that later. That comment right there gonna get you beat up.
That's for that irregardless. That's not a real word. That's for that.
Kids said it first, not me.
Me under the bus.
My sweet didn't say that.
Man.
My sweet didn't say that. My dad is still to this day. Kizzy can't do any wrong. I can be like, Kizzy shot me. Well, what did you do? I'm like, God damn, she shot me. Kizzy did this. What did you do? Kizzy's so sweet. That's a sweet girl.
Well, really, and honestly, these folks take their position and it goes to their head.
Who were stealing the mask, who were taking the mask, the bleach, whatever. So that first week, like about, I guess, March 14th, like the first week when they closed New Orleans down,
Yeah.
there was a patient that came through our department and we weren't even masked up because we couldn't wear masks because it was thought that we were a clean unit, which we are, we surgery. So we're a clean unit. And because we're a clean unit, you don't need masks because people are gonna have temperatures and people are gonna have coughs. Well, that's what the thought was. Well, hello.
Wow.
I caught it and I got tested and it was hard for me to get tested because I did not have a temperature. I did not have a cough.
So you
I
were
did not
symptomatic?
have any of the symptoms. Yes.
Wow.
What made me get tested was my brother-in-law got it. Somebody else at work got it. And somebody else, like people who are around me and
Right.
people I work with. So I was like, I need to get tested because I was about to start working nights and I was like, I'm gonna start working nights and it's gonna be a lot of stress on my body. I don't want to start working nights and have this stress on my body and around me. God, let me get checked. Well, at that time the malaria center wasn't there. So in order for because this is like March 16th, March 17th. In order what's Jeff?
Oh, okay.
In order for you to be tested, you had to have symptoms or a temperature. I had none of them. So I was like, well, I was around like people, like my daughter was around me and her mother-in-law tested positive, stepmom and this other stuff tested positive. So I want to get tested because I don't want to go work with patients and we're not wearing masks because we weren't wearing masks because we were surgery, right? I don't want to go on these people and we're not wearing masks.
Right.
And I may have it. So finally, this guy who was what was he? He was like a PA. He saw my license plate. And he saw my license plate had nurse. So he was like, you're a nurse? And I said, yeah. He said, you don't have symptoms and you don't have a temperature. I'm not supposed to test from a test anyway. Well, the test took like 14 days to come back. So of course, because I had like sinus issues. Like I suffer with all the time. I still have sinus issues.
Yeah.
I've tested negative. So that's the only symptoms I had. Well, my job was like, that was some symptoms that people had. So I had to stay home. While I was staying home, I had a headache. That's it. Like I started getting a headache, I think, because I was just immobile.
Yeah.
And I wasn't immobile because I was like cleaning the house, walking around. But because when I stayed home, so I guess you would say my symptoms from what they would say was sinus issues and a headache. But I still have sinus issues. The headache, and I think my headache was pretty much, I had an ear infection and I get that when I get a sinus infection. So
Right.
once we cleared the ear infection, the headache went away. So I think the headaches was really for the headache, for the ear infection. So what I'm saying is when I hear people say, oh, I don't want to go back, I'm like, you think we wanted to? You got nurses that we had the right to stay home. Like
Right.
you got nurses who like, I'm not going in there and work. And they don't have to. You have that right. They can stay home and get unemployment because they can say they're feared for this. Or like for me, my son has asthma. I can say I have a high risk child in the house and I don't want to risk. I could have used that. Like that was one girl, she got what is it? Lupus. She stayed home. So people can stay home. And I'm like, so if all the nurses stay home, because we all can come up with something, who the hell gonna take care of these people in the hospital? Because it's short now because a lot of people staying home or a lot of people quitting, a lot of people working from home. So the hospital, if you go in the hospital right now, baby, you better pray to Jesus every second because the shortage is so massive because just like lay persons are scared, nurses are scared too. You got nurses who like, I don't want to get this because some people, you don't know how it's going to attack your body. Like I was blessed. I had nothing, but you got the nurse who died in the East, you know?
Yeah, right.
So that's why when I hear people like, oh, and I'm like, so you think we just want to go? Like we ain't in the military.
Right.
You don't just want to go. Like, you know, when you, I mean, you know, if you go work on a TB unit, you could possibly catch TB. They're going to pay you extra money to work on that unit. They're not paying these nurses. They pay you they paid you an emergency fund if you took care of the patients. But like for me, working in my department, I don't get nothing extra. So I'm at risk.
Let me tell you something. I'm so glad at these times that I do what I do.
Yes.
I can work anywhere in the world. It's the family members that's holding me back because I can be, you know, with my boo out there in Jamaica. I mean, I don't know who he is, but he could be somebody. I could be over there. You know,
I miss my
island man.
I miss my IT job right now. I swear, like these times like this, I miss it.
It's a beautiful thing. Y'all take on Will and Jada.
I knew it was coming.
Oh,
Jada, do you?
That's right.
Separated from your husband, and I wish all these men, sorry, Augusta, who have so much to say right now, was talking when Diddy was messing with that little girl.
Damn.
When Jay-Z was cheated on Beyonce, you know,
Damn.
deal with it all the time. At least Jada was separated from her husband.
Bam.
Because, you know, how shameful of him. You know, by the time you be 18, you are an adult. You're making your own decisions. So, you know, you played the game. You know, you might have been sick, but you were well enough to mess with a grown woman.
Word, exactly.
Oh.
Girl, I couldn't have said it better my damn self.
And then she went and got a little young tenderoni.
Hey, you know.
Will, and I love Will. I always say, me and Jada are the same height. We will be the same weight because I'm working on it.
It's that part that's gonna get you hung up on. But go ahead.
You know, so I love Will Smith. I say, damn, I could have been Jada since he likes, you know, short petite women. You know, me, Will ain't drove that woman to do what she did.
Well, you're right, and I think, in my opinion, I think they had an arrangement, and I do.
Speaking
I
of,
think so.
August Alsina wants Jada Pinkett Smith to know he still loves and misses her.
Yeah, he does. Let me tell you something.
That's why he acted like that, because Jada done put that thing on him.
That's exactly
Jada
what.
done put that thing.
I ain't mad at
broke
Jada.
his hand and I'm back, and he wants another taste. And she said, nah, baby, you know me, my husband was going through something.
Yeah, and now we back.
I got this straight.
Now we back.
So, you know, like I can't go back there. Now he in his feelings.
Exactly, right. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, I've seen it happen before. I mean, not personally, but
girl, you crazy.
It happens. You know what I mean? We have a list. We gonna get. I mean, that's what I heard. I mean, not nothing new. But, so, what you think about the movie, Marcia?
What movie is it again?
It's sure.
Fatal Affair?
Yeah.
I heard it was trash.
I thought it was good.
You thought it was trash? I thought it was good.
I think it was good. It started off predictable.
It did.
I mean, we all know what's gonna happen.
Right. But I didn't predict the end though.
I did not either.
So
And I just want to
the
say
Tyler Perry movie.
no, first of all, don't do that. Don't do them. Tyler Perry
sure
is super predictable.
I sure like that. Now you talk about water. Babe, I love that house.
Let me tell you something. That house.
Oh my
everything.
God. I think I love that. That made me love the movie so much more.
You ain't lying, because I'm like,
How much money do you have to make to buy that house?
That's what I'm thinking the whole while I'm watching this movie. Like,
me too.
I'm like, how much money do I have to make?
I was
to buy
thinking the same thing.
Because my son said, Mama, I like that house. I said,
I'm talking about wall to ceiling windows.
everything. Everything.
Private beach.
Girl, when she's like, go out and look at our private beach. I said, oh.
I said, not public? You don't got people walking by waving?
That's my beach?
Yep.
Girl,
That's
I was
gorgeous.
like, I want to start talking to realtors ASAP.
Yeah.
Like, how can I get that?
I mean, look, at this point, just give me a house overlooking the swamp. Can I?
I
What
want
an
that.
Amber blue screen.
So this house in Malibu, California is only $4 million.
Got that? Shit.
All right.
Hold on, let me cash out you that
Light
right
work.
Only $4 million, really?
I'm gonna go ahead on the cash app you that right quick.
Go ahead. I mean, you got that.
Y'all know we can make it, right? Y'all know.
My baby Denzi, hey, put this in the fridge. My baby Denzi got that.
But the only thing about these is
Where
that
my
they're-
unemployment set up, I got that.
What
What you
happened
saying
to
about the beach, Kizzy?
the houses, they have like multiple houses right next to each other.
Oh,
So this is what is. Oh my gosh.
I like
Girl,
that.
that house was
That was a gorgeous house.
I was like, oh my God, let me see.
Put it in the camera.
Send it, screenshot it, send it. Let me see.
Yeah,
Oh
ooh,
Nobody
my
seen it.
God, girl, that's so beautiful.
I'm putting that on my screen. Send it to me, Kizzy.
Yeah, girl, send me that, girl. That's gonna be my motivation.
That's right.
My motivation, babe.
That's
Put
right.
that put it everywhere, Kashella. Facebook.
That's
Instagram.
right. Like, why everybody
They
changing
was
their
like,
stuff to
what?
this? Yep. What's going on in me? I really enjoyed this
Thank you for
conversation.
having me.
You're welcome. Thanks for
Thank you
having
for having me.
Thanks for finally inviting me.
All right.
Gotta be
Right.
petty. Gotta throw in that petty. Boy, you just couldn't just ease on out there. Gracious, be petty.
And y'all excuse all this. I ain't been in the barber since March.
We can't even see you. We see a shadow in purple.
Next time you see me, I'm gonna be the way I'm supposed to be.
I swear, I'm gonna be
I'm about to go watch this now and try to figure out how I'm gonna make
like, why she
I don't
moving so graciously? Y'all gonna be like,
what?
Girl, stop.
all right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for joining.
You're welcome. Y'all have a good rest
Have
of
a
your
good one.
Saturday.
All right.
Y'all be
Bye.
good.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.